So this is actually the first time that I'm actually making a video about Manchester United. So I do hope you guys actually appreciate it, and you can give me comments or feedback, as this is my first video actually. Yeah, so today I'm going to talk about Man United versus Arsenal post-match opinions and my thoughts on it. So it was a terrible game for Man United fans, of course, but Arsenal were deservedly the better team and were the better team instead actually. So United actually had a very lousy start, a very slow start this season, throughout this season, for all the matches that we have seen, and it proved today that it could be really costly against a team with pace, energy and desire to actually punish us if we do make these mistakes in a game. So United were very sloggy, very sluggish, very sloppy in possession in the first half. We were pinned back by Arsenal totally in the first half. So the first goal came on the 6th minute, where a cross by Bellerin. Bellerin went past Ashley Young very fast, and Ashley Young couldn't actually cope with the threat, and a cross went in and Alexis Sanchez just flicked it in. It was the first goal to Arsenal, and on just the 6th minute, United had a really poor start. So after that, we thought that United would actually come back stronger, like what they did against Wolfsburg, how they did against Southampton, but things weren't going the way of United this game, I guess. So immediately United panicked, and we were all over the place. Darmian was all over the place, Young was all over the place, and we were really shambolic. So Ozil scored the second goal just 1 minute after the restart, and Walcott made a fantastic run to the left. Darmian was totally outplayed, out of position, and Blin was in huge trouble, and he just made a pass, and Ozil simply just slogged it into the corner, leaving De Gea with no chance. So United fans were absolutely shocked. The stadium was quiet. We were shocked at the way Arsenal started the game, because we thought that we would run Arsenal riot in this game, because they didn't have the confidence going into this game after the loss against the Champions League. But the combination of Ozil, Ramsey, Sanchez especially caused us huge problems, and the third goal on the 19th minute simply showed everything, where Darmian was totally caught out of position. Darmian was all over the place. Sanchez had him totally took him to another world. Sanchez was outstanding in the game. So to be fair, Darmian did have the best of games, of course, and Sanchez simply just went past him. Darmian didn't really put in a very good tackle, and the finish from Sanchez was world class. And right then it was 3-0, and many of the United fans were starting to give up, but I chose to believe, but it didn't came off as how I wanted it to. Maybe under Sir Alex Ferguson it would have been a better day for United, a more glimmer of hope. But under Louis van Gaal, his philosophy of passing, maybe it didn't really work out and couldn't get us the comeback that many of the fans actually hope to do and hope to see. So it was a terrible first half. United, towards the end of the first half, gradually got back into the game, but Arsenal were very contented with their 3-0 in the first half. So they sat back deeper a bit, bringing threats from United. Schweinsteiger went very high up the pitch. Rooney keeps dropping off the pitch, unfortunately, dropping down the pitch, dropping into midfield. And there was one chance where Martial had an opportunity, but it was well saved by Peter Cech. So unfortunately, if Martial had scored the goal, it may have been a totally different second half, because Arsenal fans and their players will start panicking, and we may really get a comeback, but unfortunately things didn't go our way. So at halftime, we expected it. There will be substitutions after the halftime. Memphis went off and Fellaini came on. So Fellaini was actually being given a free role, so he roamed around the pitch trying to use his physical presence to actually intimidate the Arsenal defense. But it didn't really work out as we thought. And of course, Valencia came on for Damian. It was a wise substitution by Louis van Gaal, because Damian was really struggling against Alexis Sanchez. They was running riot at him. Sanchez had the amount of space, amount of freedom, and Damian was totally non-existent. So Valencia came on and he did a better job on Sanchez. He was tighter, he was more solid defensively. I hate to say this, but really Valencia was more solid in dealing against Alexis Sanchez. It wasn't Alexis Sanchez didn't really have the brighter second half as he did in the first half, and full credit to Valencia. And of course, in the second half, Arsenal sat back and they break on the counter attack, while United really threw bodies forward and tried to score the first crucial goal, which will bring in panic, as I said earlier. But unfortunately, United had some chances, but they couldn't really penetrate the Arsenal defense and finish off. So eventually, Arsenal just took their lead and break on the counter attack. And of course, there were aggressive plays. Fellaini, and Schweinsteiger, they all were aggressive, and they had to break up the Arsenal play, resulting in a few yellow cards, of course, but it was inevitable. So we had no choice. So second half we were better, because we started to show a lot more attacking intent. We started to control the game, but unfortunately we just couldn't find the goal and the attacking penetration that we need against Arsenal. For me, Martial was very good yesterday, and he was the best player on the pitch for United. He was really trying his best. He was one of the few who actually gave it all. He tried to turn defenders, pass, and tried to hold up the ball well. And a few times he got past Mertesacker and also got past the Arsenal defense. And really, Martial is a really promising young talent that we should see. So overall, it was a very bad game for us, but let's come back stronger than this. After the international break, Everton, let's go again. Louis van Gaal philosophy is all about passing. The roots of it is possession-based football, and United will tend to keep possession, pass it around, and with the attacking players running in behind, creating spaces, and then penetrating at the right moment. So it's all about possession and attacking at the right moment. So this is why we see United passing the ball very slowly, taking their own sweet time to keep possession, and then trying to attack and penetrate when they see the opportunity. So I believe this philosophy only works if Man United are actually winning the game, because when you're winning and then you start this possession-based football, and opponents will tend to drive at you, come at you, and press the ball, and this will leave great spaces in behind for great people like Blind and Schweinsteiger to actually pick up these crucial key passes to our attackers. So however, if we are on the losing side and all we can do is just keep passing and trying to penetrate, for example in the Arsenal game, with Arsenal just happy to let us have the possession, and Arsenal are just sitting back and defending their own and are happy to let us have the possession, they put men behind the ball, and we find very hard to break down. Thus, this possession-based football will not work when we are actually losing or drawing a game, because opponents, when they are winning, they tend to sit back and let us have the ball, and of course with them behind the ball, we find it difficult to break them down, just like what we've seen in the whole second half of the match yesterday against Arsenal. So it brings doubts about this philosophy again. People will start to question whether Louis van Gaal philosophy really is the right way to bring United forward, to bring glory back to Man United. But we have no choice, because he's our manager and we just have to stick with him and support him like what all true fans does. And let's hope he finds a solution to his philosophy, and I don't really think he will change his philosophy, But from the game yesterday, we can see that Rooney has slightly improved, but he still gave away many cheap passes away to Arsenal players. And I think this is a real concern now for all the fans and the manager, that Rooney is not really finding his form, and I really think he needs to be dropped and Herrera should be given a chance, because when Herrera plays one game and he doesn't play it well, Louis van Gaal just drops him. But when Rooney plays, he plays so many games without fail and consistently not producing what a number 10 should produce, or even as a captain of our club, he should be producing more, but he's not. And I really think Herrera should be given a chance. He should be given a chance because he makes us tick. He makes the game flowing. He contributes to the defense as well as the attack. He links the defense and the attack. And like what Louis van Gaal said yesterday, transition from the defense to attack is very important, and we really lack that because Rooney just kept dropping and didn't really bother to go higher up the pitch and attack. But Herrera does it. He brings the ball from defense to attack, and that is transition. And in Premier League now, transition quickly from defense to attack is very important, and that is what we lack from Arsenal yesterday. So I really do think that we should support our manager and stand by him and hope that his philosophy will come good again. And the next game we have is against Everton, so a good 2 weeks break for everyone to rest and to recover, and also for Louis van Gaal to start thinking how should he implement his team, because we are totally found out against Arsenal, and that is not what you want to see from the leaders of the Premier League. If you want to be first, you have to be consistent, and you cannot start a game like this as what Louis van Gaal said. And so we hope to see better play, and let's look forward to the game against Everton. So I hope you like the video. This is my first time making it. Leave your comments below and have a great day ahead.